All right, well, welcome everybody to the 10 a.m. Collider coffee break on this week of crazy fall weather in the upper Midwest. But thanks for joining us today. Hopefully you're warm somewhere, having a cup of coffee and listening into what we've been up to at Collider this week. So I will send it over right away to Jamie to start us off.
Well, thanks, Amanda. Yeah, snow. What's up with that? Didn't quite expect to see snow quite so early in the year, which was kind of depressing for someone who's spent the better part of 2 weeks in quarantine. It's been a little odd to see snow for sure. Well, so focusing back in on Collider, really the bulk of what I've been working on is a lot of grant submissions. Spending a lot of time working. Seems like there's a lot of opportunities being presented to assist entrepreneurs, and so I've been really hard at work, heads down, working on a number of grants that we hope we can get, and then that will translate to help our entrepreneurs in the region. We also had our last Collider board meeting, which was my first as interim executive director. So it was kind of fun to interact with our board on a little bit of a different level and to be able to start a great conversation about really where we're going in the next year with Collider. So really fortunate that we have such an amazing board of people. Definitely, if you go to the About section of the Collider homepage, you'll see our board. And it's just a fantastic brain trust of individuals from all aspects of different stages of an entrepreneurial journey, all the way to people who support entrepreneurs. So it's just a fantastic board. I'm really proud to be working with them on the future direction of Collider. So the last thing I want to talk about is our friends at Shrpa, who have been participating in the gBETA accelerator out of St. Cloud for the past few months. They gave their pitch or demo event last night and did very, very well. And so, they just continue rolling on with the startup. So again, shout out to Chris and Andy for all the great work that they're doing with Shrpa. And with that, I'll send it back to Amanda.
All right, so first I wanted to talk about our stories on Rochester Rising this week. So this week we aired episode 196. So if you did not get a chance to listen in or attend the latest We Forum, check that out because we're sharing the We Forum that I got to be a panelist on, just talking about business resources in the community. So you can check that out on our website or on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. Also this week, we shared a story from our contributing writer, Sherry Jacobs, about Potbelly, talking with Potbelly owner Aaron Nystrom, and a lot of the pivots and resiliency they had to show over the past couple months to deal with COVID and other typical issues that or surprising issues that come up when you are running a business. So check those out as well on our website. As Jamie said, we've been doing a lot of grant writing this week, and that's taken up a lot of my time. Which is a good thing to have opportunities, and to have to focus that into things that support your mission. So that's been taking up a lot of my time this week. I wanted to remind everybody as well that we released our annual report last week as we kind of celebrated our 1-year anniversary of Collider as a nonprofit organization. So you can find our annual report on the Rochester Rising website, as well as on Collider's website at collider.mn, and just click on the button that says annual report. Highly encourage you to take a look and see what we've been up to this year, and what we plan on accomplishing over the next year. And lastly, I wanted to remind everyone as well about our Ecosystem Navigator program. Our navigators last week kind of went into their fully activated stage now. They've gone through all of their training, and they actually even served a couple entrepreneurs in the community while they were doing their training. So again, this is a program focused at underserved entrepreneurial populations within Rochester. So if you're a female entrepreneur, a Black entrepreneur, or a Latino Hispanic entrepreneur, I highly encourage you to look into our Navigator program. They provide free assistance. It's not business consulting, but they will listen to where your business is at, even if you haven't even started your business yet. You're just kind of thinking through an idea. So they understand where you are at and are able to rapidly connect you into the right resource for you in the Rochester or greater community. So check it out. We have their own page. The Ecosystem Navigator program has its own page on Collider's website. So I encourage you to check it out. You can connect with the navigators directly through that page if you have not met with them yet. And we hope to increase their visibility as we move forward. But like I said, right now they're really just starting and really focusing on helping entrepreneurs. So that is it for me for the week. So I will turn it over to Jamie for final thoughts.
So, one of the most exciting sort of pleasures so far being involved in Collider has been the podcast Ecosystem North. I've had a lot of fun interviewing quite a few people, 9, in fact, 10 after today. But unfortunately, my duties as executive director or interim executive director is causing quite a bit of workload to be put on me. So what I've decided is to actually move Ecosystem North to a monthly release, just because there just isn't enough time for me to really give it the TLC that it needs to be successfully produced. A lot of the work we went into pre-planning this came before I became interim executive director. So I had freed up some time, but it just seems like with everything going on, I would rather aim to produce a finished project once a month and very consistently versus sometimes missing. And that just seems like it's a fair or more fair way to deliver you some great content without missing out once or twice a month. So look for our newest release coming up next week, and then there'll be one subsequently in the next month in November. So we'll keep it rolling. I've heard great things from people about their reception to Ecosystem North. I don't want it to die, but it just, the reality of the situation is when given the choice to move Collider forward or to produce a podcast that people love, I sort of have to put the Collider hat on and say that that's where I need to put the bulk of my time. So for those of you that have watched the podcast, liked the podcast, shared the podcast, thank you so much. Please continue to do so. And we will keep producing great content here in the future. And with that, I'll hand it back to Amanda.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody for tuning in to the show today. Reminder, we air this every Friday at 10 a.m. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you click that reminder bell and you'll get notified, as well as on Facebook. When you see the video gets scheduled, hit that reminder and you will get notified when the video comes out at 10 a.m. every Friday morning. And as always, a huge help to us wherever you're watching this. Like the video, share it if you feel inclined, and make sure you're following us wherever you like to consume your content. So thanks for listening in this week, and we will see you next Friday.